everybody, Rob Patrick here, and you are watching and listening to Inside Joke, Outside Voice, the game that is made up in the moment and on the spot. We have our players sitting here paying rapt attention. We're getting ready to start our first game, and our first game of the evening is going to be called Field Reporter. We have news anchor Becky in studio. Jason is our reporter in the field, and Matt, John, and James will be people that Jason is interviewing as he's out in the field doing his legwork. And what we're doing is we're talking to people who are online for the first showing of Captain America 6. Becky, when you're ready.
And welcome back to the 8 o'clock news here on WGNN. I am Martha, and that's all you need to know. Tonight we are covering Captain America 6. 6! What are people thinking about it? What are people saying about it? Let's go to our field reporter, Bobby Shimonati. Bobby?
Thanks a lot, Margaret. It is just electric out here tonight. The atmosphere is incredible. I've got tons of fans in line. The line goes out the door, around the corner, down the street, to the bus station, and then across the street from there, into the subway, downstairs, through the turnstiles, into the train cars. And it's been wild, let me tell you. I've got, let's see, a couple of people here that want to potentially have some commentary on what we've got going on here. So, sir, you look highly interested in the events tonight. Please tell me, what's your take on this new release?
Well, I'm here to hate watch. I really don't like anything Marvel has done, and I want the Snyderverse restored. So I am here to spend my money to watch this movie so that I can immediately get online afterward and talk about how much I hate it to an audience of people that are rapt in my attention for my opinions about this movie.
So, not a big Ryan Reynolds fan, then?
No, not at all. Not at all. No. I hate most things, I would say, and the only things I do like are things that no longer exist that I want back.
No, highly relatable, sir, and I appreciate your honesty, your candor, great information. And where can we find you online to see these thoughts and plops?
You can find me at anti-woke is not a good thing to be, but I am anti-woke, and I am fighting against wokeness.com.
And that's HTTPS. Okay, got you. Thank you, sir. Looks like we've got another guy here. Hey, so, sir, I see you're dressed as Captain Falcon, so please tell me, what are you looking forward to most in this film?
Oh, I can't wait for Captain Falcon to get down on the Black Widow. Because, all the other Captain Americas, this is sex, Captain America sex.
Okay, so you do realize this isn't the Pornhub version of Captain America 7. This is the actual Marvel Disney version. Like, it's rated PG.
The whole crowd here is here for Captain America sex because they said Captain America sex. This is number sex.
What?
The sex,
sir. I think you missed the memo on this one. Gamora is not in this one. Or actually, what was it? Margaret in the what was the Shuma Garat? That's the one, the tentacle monster. He's not in this one, sir.
What are you talking about? Everyone's guys. Joey, you said this was Captain Sex.
Okay, by round of applause, who thinks this is the porn version of Captain America? Okay, Margaret, I think everybody is actually lined up for the wrong movie here tonight. Back to you in the studio.
No. This is Captain America 6.
Sir, I will hold the microphone, sir. Okay, here, please, go ahead.
Thank you. This is Captain America 6. I've been waiting on this line for 2 weeks. I wrote fan fictions that I need this movie to be exactly like. If Captain America... No, they're not going to have sex. That's disgusting.
Margaret, there's a lot of saliva flying around here. I don't feel safe anymore. I've got to get out of here. This is dangerous.
They have sex in chapter 4.
This ain't sex. I'm getting out of here.
I hate everything.
Joey, go
They're
get the lift.
No sex.
Oh, okay.
We're just gonna wrap that one up there.
Really
Imagine if Captain Marvel was in this one.
got away from all of us.
Yeah, it did.
Really far away.
Those porn parodies are never as good
And
as
yet,
you want them to be.
representative of most fandoms.
Except for the pirate one.
Moving on to the next game. Our next game is going to be a game called Coming Soon, where our players are going to narrate a movie review one sentence at a time. This game is for Big Matt, Ty, and Jason. And this movie is a psycho thriller called Where's My Remote?
He was a man who knew what he wanted to watch.
And it was not Pornhub.
Coming soon to Pluto TV.
If you can change the channel to get to Pluto TV.
Or you can see it on Quibi.
You'll never see the twist coming in this one.
All this man wanted was to change the channel.
But the channel was unchanged.
Where did I leave that goddamn remote?
That was the question he asked himself the first night.
But the second night, and the 12th night, the 47th night, there still was no remote.
No, seriously, where is that goddamn remote? Like, it was
And he-
right here like 2 days ago.
But it wasn't there 2 days ago. It wasn't there 47 days ago. So where was it?
Because the remote was never real.
Written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Co-produced by J.J. Abrams.
Directed by M. Night Sugarath.
This summer.
A thriller you won't be able to change the channel from.
The Unchanging Channel. 12.
Starring Jared Leto.
I love this game is just
Co-written
an
by
opportunity.
Lindelof.
Oh, fuck Lindelof.
This game is 100% an opportunity for us to air our cinematic and television grievances.
1000%.
And they're all
That is
lost.
completely a movie that fucking M. Night Shyamalan would make too.
And they're all in an elevator for some reason.
I'm just happy I can make a Quibi reference.
I feel like I want to believe that M. Night is trying to like claw his way back into popularity and like trying to do good things, but I feel like most of it is just like, oh crap, I gotta pay for the car this month.
The daughter wants acting lessons now.
Moving on to our next game. This is a game for all of our players called On This Day in History. Our players will raise hands and chime in and tell us fun facts that we may not have known happened on this day in history. And, we're going to go with Matt.
On this day in history, Ugg the caveman said to his fellow cavemen, "That saber-toothed tiger is probably chill, dude. Look, it's showing me its belly."
Ty.
On this day in 2015, game reviewers were stoked to learn that the Ouya was announced.
James.
On this day in 2016, all purchasers of the Ouya were looking for their money back.
Jason.
On this day in the year 3000, the first North American white male was domesticated for human cohabitation, trained to use a litter box, and fed out of a can.
James.
On this day in history, Walt Disney's head was frozen. A nearby director said, "That's a good name for a movie."
Matt.
On this day in history, the first game of Monopoly ended in a large fight.
John.
On this day in history, who took my sandwich? I know someone took my sandwich.
Matt.
On this day in history, Hitler took a mistossed bagel to the testicle.
Jason.
This day in history, in the year 3217, World War 17 was canceled mid-match in a round of Monopoly when President Truman the 17th flipped the table.
And Ty.
On this day in history, in the year 3018, the Game of Thrones series was finally finished.
Never getting finished.
Nope.
And the Ouya came back.
When is
I gotta
Doors of
hear it.
Stone? When is Doors of Stone?
I think you're a little early with that, Ty. Let's give him
Yeah.
more credit than is due.
I'm being
Him and
generous.
Patrick Rothfuss.
Moving on to our next game. Our next game is a game called Mr. President. Our newly elected president will get to ask some questions of their Secret Service detail to try to get answers to some of the presidential secrets that they are unaware of. Our Madam President for this episode is Becky, and their CIA agents are going to be Matt and James. Madam President, the floor is yours.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for joining me here in the Oval Office.
Of course, Madam President.
Yes.
Agent Johnson,
Agent Johnson. Unrelated.
no relation.
Okay. Why don't you guys tell me about what's going on at Nakatomi?
Well, what we can tell you is that there is a man inside the vents. He's lived there all his life. We have sent German tourists to him to make him believe he's living through some sort of big fantasy where he's the hero. But otherwise, he just lives there. He's a nice guy. He makes sandwiches.
It's Christmas and we wanted to do something nice for him. This is definitely a Christmas thing.
Definitely.
Understood. I mean, it's Christmas time after all. Christmas music is playing. The theme for this current event, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Sure.
So, look, I was looking at some footage and I did notice that Carl Winslow is outside. Can you tell me a little something about that?
I'll handle this, Agent Johnson.
Of course, Agent Johnson.
We have determined that this is an extreme new training protocol we're undergoing, where we find someone who's basically unattached to society, and we create an elaborate fantasy world that spurs them into a hero's journey of redemption that we will then weaponize as part of our ongoing military campaigns.
And if I may add to that, he does have a very nerdy neighbor we are hoping to pull in for our war game scenarios.
Okay, perfect. So
So these are all actors, TV actors he's working with today, which is why you see Carl Winslow.
I was talking about Urkel. He's the light.
No, I know you were talking about Urkel. We have to give her the Urkel protocols first before
Right.
she'll even understand what an Urkel is.
Agent
Yeah.
Urkels are everywhere.
Okay, good to know. What about this Stefan guy that started?
Oh,
He looks like an Urkel, right? A little bit. You guys see it?
Quite frankly, this was us trying to placate an out of control ego.
Uh-huh.
the idea was more Urkel agents, more good. Sometimes things go wrong. Have you seen the movie The Fly? It's like that, but without the glasses.
Yeah, James Bond tests really highly, so a suave man from Urkel, if you will, is the way we wanted to go with that.
Sure. Okay. Well, it sounds like you guys have everything pretty good to go. I appreciate the debriefing.
Here now?
Did I do that?
We got a Man from Uncle reference that is killer.
Yeah.
I like that. I really like that one.
So Agents Johnson and Johnson, they're on the P. Diddy baby oil scenario
Exactly.
too, right?
1,000 bottles.
No more tears, kids.
Oh no.
They're
Oh,
deep,
God.
deep
Wish R. Kelly would've done
undercover.
Woo! Woo!
Oh, that was
Oh no!
And that sound, good listeners, means this is our last game coming up. This game is going to be a game between Big Matt and Ty. This is a game we like to call Broken AI. Ty, his sink is leaking, and he is trying to find out ways that he can get his sink to stop leaking by asking his AI. Gentlemen?
Alexiri. Alexiri, are you there?
Yes, Ty, I'm here.
Thanks. So I've noticed that my sink is leaking, and I was trying to look up on things to fix it, but I've noticed no one's really got the same problem that I've got.
Have you tried using toilet paper?
Well, well, I mean, you know, that goes to the toilet. This is the sink, but I get your confusion. But no, the issue that I'm having is that it's leaking, but the leak's going up.
I'm sending you a link to buy a sledgehammer.
Well, I mean, you know, I appreciate that, but the other two I ordered didn't fix the problem. How would you suggest I use a sledgehammer?
How to use a sledgehammer. You swing it overhead and hit something.
Okay. But what happens if the water is actually going up the wall and pooling on the ceiling above me?
It sounds like you've tapped into a satanic region.
Okay, that would explain the candles. And I've noticed that there is a face looking back at me, and it's like a reflection, but it looks like he's in the area. It looks like Detroit.
Have you tried praying?
Well, you know, I'm kind of a non-denominational. Who would you suggest I pray to?
There are many gods out there that can be prayed to.
Like more than there are? Like who? Is there one for plumbing?
Saint Patrice, the god of plumbers.
I cannot recommend any certain denomination.
Mario.
Why don't you pick one?
Hey, Ty, when you done with
If the
use,
water's looking back at
AI?
you with a reflection of your own face, Ty, you're just in the abyss. That's all.
Or the upside down, maybe? I'm not sure anymore.
Hey, Ty,
Yeah.
you just want to go get a sandwich or something
Wobbly,
after this?
As
what
we've
you
been
The brood witch did.
What are you doing down there, hey?
As we have been recording this episode, we have been feeding the audio through our Humor Computer 6000
Oh no! Not
to
that son of a bitch.
scientifically go through and figure out who. Oh, this is historic. This
It
is
better
the
not be
first
who I
time
think it is.
we have had a tie, not you, Ty,
What?
but a
Oh.
tie as winners
We had a
of
tie.
Matt and Becky.
Oh.
Clearly,
Rochambeau.
Becky for having the stones for asking about the tragedy at Nakatomi Plaza, and Matt for the Man from URKEL reference.
Yeah.
Really hard to beat either one of those. Matt and Becky, since you two have co-won our game this evening, you get to kick off our closing credits and let people know things that you think they should be focused on.
Well, I am not active on social media, so you can find me right here. That's pretty much the only thing I do online, and it's a lot of fun. So keep checking us out here, and also go out and support your local theater and arts communities.
And I am also here in the same box as this guy. And if you like my voice and want to hire me for some voice acting, I am on ACX. link below, I assume, and support your local animal shelter. Do it.
Words to live by. Jason.
You can find me on Xbox. My username is Yomama Peach Blaster, and or jpollardvo.com and twitch.tv/welladjustedgamer.
Big Matt.
Hey, how you doing? You can find me on ACX, Matthew Nislanik. You can find me on Matthew Nislanik VO on Facebook or Instagram. And what she said earlier, support your local pet shelters. Do it.
James.
Oh, you can find me at Red Voice on most accounts everywhere, and you'll see pictures of my cats.
Ty.
You can see me on my YouTube channel, High Anxiety, where I post a lot of fun videos and reviews. You can also catch me streaming on Twitch at High Anxiety Media.
And John.
When you're not finding me behind tons of lidocaine patches, you can find me at acpnet.net.
And I've been your host this evening, Rob Patrick. You can find out about me and all the rest of our cast over at ijov.net. You can also find the links to all of our various social media platforms that we are on, so you can go and follow us on the socials. And you'll also find a link to our YouTube channel. Please check out our YouTube channel, smash that like button, and subscribe so you get your dose of IJOV as soon as it drops. Folks, thanks for watching and listening. We will catch you all next time.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Bye.